I was just about to go to bed, but then this came out. Don't ask me why I'm going to bed at, what is it right now? 9:07 a.m. But I was hoping that I'd wake up, or this would come out when I wake up, but I'm cooked, and my brain's not working, but let's see what they have in store for us for the division.
Hello everyone, Guang Guang here. Glad to see you all again so soon.
New hero, we're getting right into it.
Welcome to Season 7.5 of Marvel Rivals. Back in Season 7, Spider-Man and Black Cat successfully pulled off their Trojan horse plan, using Felicia's tablet delivery to Kingpin as a distraction. Spider-Man broke into the vault and rescued our imprisoned heroes. But
Kingpin
then
is coming
Felicia discovered
soon.
that Kingpin's
That's my
mysterious
conspiracy theory.
benefactor was none other than the Gilded Saint, the demonic patron behind the New York Thieves Guild. Would she really feel comfortable handing the tablet over to the less than benevolent guard? In Season 7.5,
She's a duelist.
Black Cat breaks into Marvel Rivals.
Of course she is.
Black
Right?
Cat is an agile duelist and an elusive martial
Dive
with
character.
her
I'm guessing?
exquisite martial arts
Yeah,
and
mobility,
incredible
yeah.
mobility, she can infiltrate any location and wave through the battlefield
I
with
might
ease.
actually like her.
In combat, she uses wall climbing and double jumps
Double
to
jumps.
navigate between
Wall
friend and foe, waiting for the perfect moment to steal her enemy's
Oh,
fortune with
God.
her grappling hook. She then uses this stolen fortune
Grappling
to buff
hook.
her own combat power, unleashing enhanced cross strikes to deal heavy damage. Whether the enemy team is holding a tight defensive line or scattered across the map, Black Cat can use her Phantom Pursuit to close the gap, tear through their defenses with razor-sharp claws, and then safely disengage. When she activates her ultimate ability, she issues a calling card to all enemies before striking like a phantom, instantly dashing to any target to deliver
Oh god,
lethal
that
damage.
sounds very unfundable against.
What's more, she can trade her stolen fortune with the Gilded Saint, pulling rare treasures from the New York Thieves Guild,
So she has a shop.
like the Ring of Jonah, the Hymn of Hades, and even the metal fish once possessed by Namor.
What?
These artifacts not only boost her own abilities, but also create unexpected tactical advantages for the whole team. This update also brings a brand new team-up ability. Black
up.
Cat, White Fox, and Captain America form the new Lucky Loan team-up.
Captain. What is that?
Black Cat is the team-up anchor, providing White Fox and Cap with some of her luck to boost their combat capabilities. White Fox receives a special boost to her life energy. Upon activation, White Fox channels this vitality into her Gumiho powers, launching multiple spectral fox tails in all directions. These tails
what?
automatically seek out nearby targets, granting healing and a movement speed boost to allies, while dealing damage and applying a
Okay,
slow
so
effect
kind of
to
more of a
enemies.
rush ability.
Meanwhile, Captain America Vibranium Shield also gets a lucky upgrade. When raised, the shield's protective radius is expanded,
He gets a bigger
deflection
shield.
becomes pinpoint accurate,
Oh,
bouncing enemy projectiles exactly where his crosshair is aiming.
I kind of
The
like
full
that.
balance patch notes will be
Wait, is
released
there-
in a few hours.
A
Stay
few
tuned.
hours I have to stay up. I don't want to stay up. Blood Hunt. Wait,
Although
PvE.
Spider-Man managed to rescue his fellow heroes from the vault, the prison held something far more dangerous. Ever since his defeat at the end of Season 1, Dracula had been secretly imprisoned by Kingpin.
Okay.
Spidey's jailbreak inadvertently set the Vampire King free.
We're
Even
going back
worse,
to zombies.
Dracula met up with a Knowing Stone from Kingpin's private collection. The vampire crisis has returned.
It's not
and
zombies,
to
it's
stop the Lord
vampires.
of the Eternal Night from reclaiming his throne, our heroes must embark on an all-new adventure. But this time, will Kingpin set aside his vendetta for the sake of his beloved city?
Kingpin coming?
Thanks to Zhiyong sacrificing his hairline, our brand new PvE mode is arriving even earlier than
W.
promised.
Jiang.
After the April 23rd update, everyone can dive into the PvE mode.
What is it? Just
Bloodhunt,
like zombies but with vampires.
with an all-new storyline, 4
Storyline.
epic new boss battles, a fresh hero progression and trait system, and a brand new loot system. We are bringing you a more immersive
I think
and
this is gonna
thrilling
be good.
gameplay experience. Welcome to the next chapter of Marvel Rivals PvE.
I must have missed the date.
Following the April
Hellfire
23rd update, the 2026 Hellfire Gala event will officially begin. We've prepared stunning new themed costumes and exclusive cosmetics for Magic, Gambit, Moon Knight,
Okay, I like that
Blackhawk,
Gambit.
and Phoenix. Get ready to dress to impress. Plus, the winner of the 2025 Hellfire Gala Community Vote, the Emma Frost Gala Star costume, will be given away for free to all players. Just play matches to claim it. At the same time, the community vote for the next Hellfire Gala costume will kick off with the update. We invite everyone to cast their votes. The hero with the most votes will receive an exclusive
Really?
costume in
They're
next
letting us
year's
vote on
Hellfire
a
Gala,
costume.
which players will again be able to earn for free just by playing the game.
Path to Doomsday. Let's see what they have for us with this.
After the April 30th update, we'll be kicking off phase 1 of the Path to Doomsday event. The all-new mode, Path to Doomsday, the Avengers mode, will let you experience the thrill of asymmetric combat playing as or against Loki. Meanwhile, Times Square will feature a series of events. Let's relive the glory of the Infinity Saga right here in Marvel Rivals. Zhiyong is still hard at work on balance adjustments. Please keep an eye out for the upcoming detailed balance patch notes. Ignite the battle.
Well, if I don't fall asleep by the time it comes out, I guess I'll be back in here. Okay, let's see what we might have missed.
Black
Lucky
Cat
one. I think
is
this
the
is what I was
team-up
looking for.
anchor, providing White Fox and Cap with some of her luck to boost their to her vitality into her Gumiho activation. White Fox channels this vitality
Okay, so yeah, Black Cat's character model is about the size of White Fox. And this
into her Gumiho
ability kind of
powers,
just
launching multiple
goes
spectral
outwards.
fox tails in all directions.
And then it just
These tails automatically
automatically
seek out
seek
nearby
out.
targets, granting healing and a movement speed boost to allies, while dealing damage and applying a slow effect
Oh
to
god,
enemies.
that might be
Meanwhile,
really good. Well, especially if Black Fox is a dive character, she'll work really well with White Fox. Huh. And then the Captain America, is it ability that he has to activate? It looks like
Nice.
it.
the shield's
Yeah, he
protective
does. And then
radius
it's
is
10 seconds
expanded,
long.
and its deflection becomes pinpoint accurate.
So I mean,
Forcing enemy
go into a
projectiles
Punisher's
exactly
face
where
and it'll
his
just
crosshair
boom
is
him.
aiming.
That's actually
The full
good
balance
tech.
patch notes
I think
will
that's gonna be
released
very
in
good.
A few hours. Stay tuned.
It's gonna be pretty situational at times, but if you have a Punisher that you need to kill
Although
during his ult,
Spider-Man managed
you have another
to
counter, I
rescue
guess.
his fellow heroes from the vault. The prison
not
held
much
them
else. Oh, I guess I'll see if anything comes out later. So I had a good sleep, but the patch notes came out. We've got another round of tweets coming to Marvel Rivals, rolling out brand new chain CC protections. Oh, I forgot about that. That's gonna be fun. Good for tanks, at least. It's gonna save you from endless stun locks. Bucky Barnes is trading in his crowd control for pure firepower. And Ultronix expanding his robotic wrath across the battlefield. So he Gets away is he doesn't have a hook. What does that mean for him? We in season 7.5 we introduced the chain CC crowd control protection mechanic to ensure combat remains fluid and fair. Here are the specific rules. My cat wanted in. Okay, so the trigger: if a hero suffers 5.5 seconds of total CC duration, that's a lot of time, or is hit by 6 CC effects within a 7-second window, chain CC protection activates. This instantly purges all active CC effects and grants the hero 30% tenacity for 3 seconds. What does that mean? So if the hero suffers that's 6 seconds of total CC by 6 CC effects within a 7-second window. I don't know how that's gonna feel. I feel like that's a lot of CC to endure before it happens. Purges all active CC effects and grants the hero 30% tenacity. What does that even mean? I guess we'll see. Scaling tenacity. Tenacity proportionally reduces the duration of incoming CC while active. Every new CC effect applied to the hero increases their tenacity by 10% and extends the buff duration by 0.5 seconds. Proportionally reduces the duration. So it just keeps on getting less. There's just less duration every time. Every CC effect, and then at 5.5 seconds of total or whatever, you get 30% tenacity, and then it instantly purges. Total immunity. If tenacity reaches 100%, the hero becomes completely CC immune until the buff expires. During this window, incoming CC will not grant further tenacity or extend the immunity duration. So you're just completely CC immune once you hit 100% tenacity. I guess that's interesting. Cinematic exceptions. Certain animation-driven CC effects such as Emma Frost, Carbon Crush, or Monster Hulk's World Breaker bypass this system. Tenacity cannot reduce their durations, nor will they be interrupted if chain CC protection triggers. I actually don't mind that, because that's like more hard CCs are still in the game, and they won't just be purged all of a sudden. Any standard CC effects applied during these cinematic moves will be cleared, and tenacity applied only after cinematic ability concludes. So if you don't want to like stun somebody while they're getting Emma choked. Cooldown. The chain CC protection system has a 5-second cooldown, which begins the moment the final tenacity effect expires. Okay, that's not too bad. That's an interesting system. That'll feel good, really good on Venom, of course. Venom and Hulk, both characters that I play. Anyways, let's get into the actual balance. So Vanguard, Emma Frost, we're slightly lowering the energy cost of White Queen's ultimate to boost her suppressor power in the battlefield. Time to shine. Reduce the energy cost 34 to 31. Her ult is good. It's also counterable, so her getting it a little bit faster I don't think will push her too far, but I think she'll still kind of be tough to use a lot. Deadpool Vanguard. We're slightly dialing back Vanguard Pool's burst damage and the survivability gains from his gun form ultimate. Gotta keep things fair even for Merc with the mouth. Reduce the banhammer bonus health gain per hammer hit from 80 to 60 standard, and from 80 to 70 upgraded. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit better. I don't know how much that actually. He'll get a lot less shield, so he can't just like jump into a 1v6 and just gun ult the support. So that I like that part of it. He'll just die easier, I guess. Reduce the banhammer gun form ultimate ability damage per hammer hit from 45 to 35. That's needed, I think, because it was just deleting a lot of the strategist that you put it on. Reduce bonus attack speed provided by Deadpool in your 60% to 40%. Okay, so his attack speed goes down, which sucks because I liked his attack speed. I like any characters with bonus attack speed. 60 to 40, pretty big. Like, it'll still be that's gonna take away a little bit of his killing potential because he can just wipe people out with that, but still, if you hit your shots, you'll still melt people. So he got a hit, but I think he'll still be top 3 probably. Penny Parker, we're slightly reducing Penny's base survivability but enhancing the deployment range and protection of her cyberwebs, while also improving the hit experience of her primary attack. This aims to strengthen Penny in positional warfare. Now she can cover more ground with her cyberwebs, and flexibly using their support effects will help team handle specific enemy dives with more ease. Reduce base health from 700 to 650. Increase the maximum number of cyberwebs that can exist simultaneously on the field from 3 to 4. So you get 4 webs on the field instead of 3. Increase bonus health caps provided to Penny by cyberwebs from 150 to 200. So you want to be in your webs more, because then it gives you bonus health. Okay. Increase cyberweb cluster projectile speed. So projectile speed up, which is very needed. It doesn't look like they got rid of the bugs that a lot of the pennies were dealing with, or the quality of life things that they wanted, like being able to wall climb whenever they wanted instead of just once. I don't think this will really do too much. If the projectile speed is noticeable enough, you can get some nice headshots on it, but the base health is just kind of tough. It'll be interesting to see what the pennies think about this change. I don't play much penny. Duelist Elsa. I'm just happy we see Elsa here. I don't think I've played against her once because she's my first ban. We're reining in Elsa's mobility and her threat level against vanguards. Thank God. That's why I'd ban her all the time. The Monster Hunter needs to pace herself out there in the time stream. Increase Helix advanced cooldown from 8 seconds to 10 seconds. And that's her, I think her dash that puts people in the air. Cooldown and max pass. Oh, never mind. That's just a normal dash. From 8 to 10, so that's good, because that's at base form. Then the max passive stats from 2 to 4. Thank God, because then they went in just 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. So that will be very nice. I feel like reduce monster piece for percentage damage per pellet. Thank God. Percentage damage is crazy for this character, so yeah, I'm okay with that's a decent nerf for percentage damage. Reduce total percentage damage when all 5 pellets hit from 6% to 4%. Okay, I like that. Xiong note: when all pellets hit, damage against 275 hero drops from 81.5 to 76. Against a 700 HP hero, it drops from 107 to 93. So yeah, it's pretty proportional. It's actually quite big hit on vanguards, which I think should happen because she shouldn't be able to shred tanks while also being the most damage on the back line, while also having the mobility and having the crazy ult. Okay, Human Torch. I like Human Torch. I like playing Human Torch. We're tweaking the Human Torch mobility mechanics to boost his burst mobility and enhance his gameplay pacing. At the same time, we want his movements to be a bit more predictable for his opponents. Flame Mamba with a plan. Plasma body mechanic adjusted. Upon casting, he immediately dashes a short distance in the direction of the movement and enters the plasma body state for 4 seconds. This ability now has 2 charges with a 10-second recharge time per charge. There's a 4-second cooldown between consecutive casts. So he just has an Ultron dash. Ultron dash and then plasma body state for 4 seconds. Which I don't mind. Actually, gives him a little bit more mobility, more predictable mobility, so good teams will be able to hit him more consistently, good players. And then he gets a plasma body state so he can do his melee tech and be a little bit more unpredictable. I like this because it gives him more like a more set counter to him while also giving him more mobility. But then you don't have constant mobility. I wonder if, because it says there's a 4-second cooldown between casts, but then it says enters the plasma body state for 4 seconds. Does the cooldown stop after or start after the dash or after the plasma state? Because if it starts after the dash, then you just dash right after the plasma body state for another one. So it'll be interesting to see how that works, but I don't mind it. But I do like the constant mobility you can have with his normal plasma body, but this might be better. Winter Soldier, but Bucky had a bit too much CC, which caused some furious frustration for enemies, especially when facing dive vanguards, duelists, or other anchor vanguards. I really didn't have anything Bucky couldn't stop me. Let's just say that. Felt more like a bodyguard than a lethal operative. That's true. We're reducing his CC capabilities and slightly buffing his frontal damage output to enrich his combat experience and make him feel more like a true soldier he is. Remove Trooper's Fist grounded effects on enemies. So his little punch thing, punch whatever. So it doesn't ground enemies anymore. Reduce cooldown from 12 to 10. I don't mind that too much. Increase bionic hook cooldown from 12 to 15, so he can't hook people as much, but I guess they want that to be a situational ability. Increase Rotorstern projectile damage from 75 to 80. They literally just nerfed it too. That's funny. They wanted to just change them up, I guess. 75 to 80. Increase spell field damage from 55 to 45, so it doesn't hurt people behind as much. So they wanted him to be more hitting single targets instead of just sitting back and firing into the front line. Decrease spell field or whatever, I just read that. Reduce tainted voltage single charge energized time from 6 to 5. Tainted voltage single charge energized time. Oh, Trooper's Fist is the uppercut. So the uppercut doesn't ground anymore. Okay, it's honestly a very good change. Because I hate getting uppercut and then I'm just sitting looking at a wall with venom for like a second before I can just grab it. So I like that a lot. Don't have to worry about that anymore when you dive. But then you can still get uppercut and just destroyed if you're a squishy. So then Tainted Voltage is the punch. Single charge energized time from 6 to 5. So yeah, you'll be punching more. Increase cracking impact culling threshold from 15 to 20%. Reduce base damage. So they want you to execute people more while also doing less base damage. I think overall good changes. I think Bucky will be more fun to play. If nothing else, he'll be more fun to play. I think he'll be better. His bionic hook is more situational, like you should use it sparingly now, even though you kind of did before. Kind of. Strategist, so that's all there's only 3 duelists getting, and then there's only 3 tank, huh? See the strategist, I guess. Giving Adam Warlock a little cosmic boost to his healing capabilities, increased cosmic cluster cooldown reduction provided to Avatar Lifestream per hit. So Cosmic Cluster is gonna get your your animation combo, right click, whatever it is, will be getting more healing for you. So the best Adam Warlocks are gonna be just draining people with their I guess primary and secondary, while also healing a whole bunch. So yeah, you hit your shots, you're gonna do a lot of healing on Adam Warlock, I feel like. Because that's a 0.05 to 0.08. Like, that is a huge boost. Cloak and Dagger, slightly reducing the duration of the ultimate. 13 to 11. Probably get banned a little bit less in ranked. That's probably all that does. A little less oppressive. I think that's a good change. Jeff, slightly reducing the pressure our favorite Landshark puts on the enemy backline. Good boy, Jeff, but let's give them a breather. Driftfall Splash damage fall off now starts at 15 meters, was 20, and damage drops to 60% of base at 30 meters, was 65% at 40 meters. So yeah, they're just making it so Jeff can't heal his divers from across the map while also doing damage as much. He'll still be able to do it, but they won't have as much sustain, which I think is really good. Reduces Jeff's ultimately recovery time when failing to swallow any targets from 1 second to 0.4 seconds. I think that's probably needed, though Jeff is already annoying, so when he misses his ult is like the one time you can just like ruin his day. So you gotta like almost play safe or play smart. I would have liked this to be a little bit higher than 0.4, but we'll have to see how it actually feels in-game. Luna Snow. There's actually... Okay. Small Anchor for Luna Snow to enhance her base combat capabilities. Increase light and dark, ice damage, and healing from 22 to 24. So that's her primary, I'm pretty sure. Light and dark ice damage. I don't even care. I don't even play Luna. I don't care. Whatever. Luna buff. We're expanding the battlefield coverage of Ultron's ultimate. There are no strings on him. I like Ultron. We've adjusted logic of Ultron's ultimate. The 4 Ultron drones surrounding Ultron will no longer shoot directly at the crosshair target. Instead, they will bombard the area around the target. The bombardment area matches Ultron's, but with slightly lower values. So you have to actually like hit your shots. With this adjustment, the coverage area of Rage of Ultron is increased from a 3-meter radius to a 6-meter radius after activating Rage of Ultron. So the people right in the center of the Ultron ult will receive a lot of damage, but then it's increased from 3 meters to 6 meters, and between that there will be damage but less. After activating Rage of Ultron, increase Ultron's encephalo raise damage from 8 to 18. Increase the drone's encephalo raise damage from 8 to 12. So new spell field damage fall off starts at 1.5 meters after encephalo raise explode with a max fall off to 50% at 3 meters. Increase healing effect on allies from 25 to 40. Damage and healing effects on targets within the original 3-meter radius remains roughly the same. So that's a lot to say, that's a lot of words to say. Damage and healing effects on targets within the original 3-meter radius remain roughly the same. But what this change does is that it makes it wider radius. It makes it a wider radius, and then then this just compensates for the fall off, it seems. So does that mean if you hit somebody, because it says starts at 1.5 meters, so if you hit somebody within 1.5 meters, does it do that total, like, can you just wipe somebody? This is one that you really have to see in practice, I believe, to really see how it works. I think they want to make Ultron just an ult machine, but I feel like it's to the reason that they want him to be picked as a offensive team wiping almost, or like very oppressive strategist instead of like going healing. But then, like, is he ever gonna get picked? I don't think this makes him viable in two strategist, unless he gets his ult enough to just win fights that you don't need the sustain because you have so much offensive pressure. So it'll be interesting to see how that works in the game. Team up abilities adjusted or removed. Guardian of the Deep. So Venom's team up. Wait, does Venom lose his team up? Even the Gods of Death and a Ravenous Symbiote have to admit that Jeff's healing hugs were getting a little too powerful. Oh, it's just adjusted. Reduce excess healing converted to bonus health from 100 to 50. Reduce healing efficiency. Yeah. Yeah, because it was almost like a Soul Link kind of ability where you could just pop it when you were in trouble and save a lot of people. New Lucky Loan, Team Up Anchor Black Cat gets 5 boosted damage. What do you get when you cross the Master Thief, a Mystical Kumio, and the First Avenger Ultimate Heist Crew? I'm down for Heist Crews. White Fox unlocks the new Nine-Tailed Aura ability through a team up with Black Cat, and he gets Vibranium Bastion. Okay, so not as many changes as I was hoping for. Maybe the chain CC is crazy, but I don't even really play any of the tanks here. Maybe I can see if Penny's projectile speed's enough to be able to at least consistently headshot people, because I do like tanks that can headshot. I think they're cool. Duelist is like, I guess since Elsa's just down, like just down, that everybody else comes up. I think Winter Soldier might be fun to try. And then Strategist, no Gambit. So people still probably ban Gambit, but not too many big changes with a lot of the meta. Like Elsa won't be picked, but if Elsa's banned, then you just play everybody else anyways. Deadpool, I guess that'll Deadpool getting nerfed will be huge in higher ranks. I don't think he really sees too much in lower ranks, but this is big for the higher ranks, I believe. Yeah, Deadpool and Elsa were probably 2 of the 3 most powerful characters in the game, so them getting nerfs is good. I think they want to be a little bit careful after changing the ultimate charge efficiency. So I think that's what they're trying to do, and then adding this too kind of makes things tough. But overall, I don't mind most of the changes here. I wish there was a little bit more, but I can't complain too much. Okay, so now we have the character trailer for Black Cat. She's the master thief. Let's see. Oh, flashbang. Ooh. Another flashbang.
Here to steal a win.
So she's probably gonna be a dive.
Good fortune for me.
Double jump, dash, yeah, claws. A little bit of.
Claws.
Okay, that's a cool ability. I actually like that. Not even the ability itself, just the perspective on it. I think that perspective is really cool.
Cat's claws.
So she got like a ranged dash. That's crazy. She has a ranged dash where
Cat's claws.
she literally, her poke damage or her chase tool is literally just a dash where she goes in. Wall climb,
Me.
dash. Okay.
Let's make a deal.
And she gets to buy stuff. Oh, whoops. She gets to buy stuff and then gets abilities for it, or has to buy stuff every time she uses the specific ability.
Eat your heart.
She gets a portal. She gets a portal ability. That's sick.
Deliciously dangerous.
That's actually really cool.
Now's the perfect time to strike.
Invincibility or visibility.
You crossed my path.
I'll have to go back at this and see.
Good boy, Petey.
There's no way she just said good boy. There's no way. I'm not gonna go straight to that part because that might be a little crazy, but let's see her abilities again. So,
For me.
does that steal currency that she uses? Because right here she's at 100. And yeah, she grabs. She just literally pickpockets people. Pickpockets, and then she has the wall climb, double jump, dash, and then the slashes. And she has like a whip. What is the whip? So that's the dash. Oh, she has two dashes.
Cat's claws.
E. Oh, so her E.
For me.
Here, I gotta go way back. Her E looks like it's the pickpocket,
For me.
and then goes on cooldown. Then she dashes. Yeah, it's interesting. Her normal left click is interesting. And she presses E multiple times, but then it looks like the 300 right here, it looks like is the cost of this ability. So this ability costs money. 'Cause then she goes down to 200, but then gets 350 back when she... I wonder if it's when she gets the takedown or when she gets the hit. Wall climb, dash. So the dash does damage as well. Then she does the...
Let's make a deal.
Oh god. So it looks like she can buy items. Tablet of Destinies. Doesn't really have a description on the screen right now. You can see the portal right here, it looks like. So I wonder if it's random every time or if you can grab any of them at any time when you have enough. Wait. So she went from 100,
Make a deal.
grabbed something, used it, got 1,000, grabbed a fireball,
Peekaboo.
throws the fireball up there. I wonder what does the fireball do? Oh, does it just shoot people? Yeah, just if you can see it. Oh, I might be in the way. You can see it right here. The fireball is like shooting stuff. There's just so much going on. So, how does she go invisible?
So stealthy.
Oh, she uses an item. Is that F that she uses? It's just a... This is a pretty complex kit. That's the portal, yeah. So is this showing just all of them? And this one is like a... What does that do?
Now's the
Does it make it so they
perfect time
can't
to
heal?
strike.
It gives them something on their health bar. Mento fish. Okay.
Deliciously dangerous.
So she'll have a lot of just ability, and like she'll have a lot of utility, which I guess is fitting for a thief. But yeah, like their health bar is, I don't even know what's happening. Is it doing like damage amplification maybe? Huh.
Now's the perfect time to strike.
And her ult. Just invisible.
You crossed my path.
She has a lot of movement when she does that.
Good boy, Petey.
That's still crazy.
Yeah.
I'll have to play with her a little bit to really understand her kit. But she looks fun. Look, she looks like she has a lot of options, a lot of decisions to make at certain times.